REBT, presented by Jasmine Smith and Andy Perez.
Meet Ralph. Ralph is a 47-year-old man, father of 4 adolescent children. He states he's in a late identity crisis. He's the store manager of a nationwide chain. He feels hopeless because he wants to quit his job, but he's afraid about losing his pension and all his retirement benefits. Ralph is having a lot of irrational beliefs because he wants to quit his job, but he can't actually list one thing that he dislikes about his job. His irrational behavior is coming from the pressure that he wants to quit his job, but he's afraid that his family's going to hate him. REBT Techniques 101. It is a self-help, self-management type of therapy. According to REBT, our beliefs, attitudes, thoughts, the way we think about events is the meaning we give to them. This directly affects how we feel and behave. This rationalization process makes most sense because it is more user-friendly than the other type of therapies. REBT is also the only cognitive behavioral therapy that encourages people to examine their philosophy of life, goals, and values. REBT's ABC's DE technique. A. Activating the event. B. Beliefs, both rational and irrational IBs. C. Consequences. D. Disputing. And E. The more effective way to think, feel, and behave. Choose REBT for Ralph. First, we wanted to help Ralph understand that we are all subject and born with the capabilities of rational and irrational thinking. We believe that REBT is the best method for Ralph because it would help him channel all of this negative energy and also realize what really is the best and worst case scenario in this situation. We wanted to also help Ralph understand that his kids are his kids. They're going to love him regardless of his employer. And lastly, Ralph would now bring up to his senior management ways to implement reward system so employees feel self-worth at their employer.
Hello, Ralph. May I ask you what brought you here today?
Where do I start? I'm a 47-year-old. I have 4 children, all adolescents. I got 2 going to college now, 2 going a little later. And I'm just at a point in my life that I just hate my job. I'm not sure why. I was venting to a friend of mine that the reasons why I hate my job, I don't feel appreciated, and I'm just at a certain point in my life that I'm just not happy, and I'm not sure if it's a midlife crisis. My wife told me that that's what she thinks it is, and I just need to buckle down my belt and just get to work and just stop worrying about all those side things like I guess she said it's selfish acts, but I'm just not happy where I'm at right now in my life.
Yeah. Well, it does sound like you're unhappy. So let's try to see if we can get to the root of this unhappiness. Well, in here, I practice REBT, and it always starts with the activating event, which is your job. Then there's the irrational belief that portrays a consequence that is causing you to feel this type of entrapment at your job. So what do you think is bringing on the feeling of being unhappy when you're at work?
What do I think? It's, the idea that I have to, I'm not happy where I'm at life, and I want to quit.
Yeah.
But the irrational behavior, like you said, that I have is that I'm not happy and I want to quit, but there's consequences to what I quit. I got a nice pension, I got a retirement plan that's going to be sending my kids to college, and if I were to quit, I would lose all of those things, and my family would hate me. I'm just, and that burden that lives with me every single day, I can't bear with it, and at work it just enrages me, and it makes me more upset in my workplace.
Okay, so do you feel like there's not really nothing to look forward to at work?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I'm at a dead end.
Okay.
and I don't know why I'm feeling those things. You know, I'm doing all right in the sense of, you know, other friends and their families, and and you know, I'm the store manager of a nationwide chain, and I got a bunch of employees under me, and I have a few people above me, and I'm just not happy where I'm at right now, and that is really taking a toll on me.
Okay. So let's try. We're gonna try a little technique. Okay. I want you to picture in your mind what would be the worst, I mean the absolutely worst thing that can happen to you if you were to quit your job.
The worst thing?
The worst thing.
I'd lose my family. I would lose everything that I'd lose my house. I'd be living under a bridge. I'd be the next person in the unemployment line. I wouldn't be able to buy my kids food, not to mention not being able to send them to college. I can't live with that idea in my head, and that's what drives me crazy. And my family would hate me. Yeah. I'll lose my family. Oh, wow. Why would my wife want to be with a man that can't provide for their family?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. But do you understand these horrible events is what is causing you to think so irrational? Let's say you do quit your job and you find another job, but it's less pay, and God forbid, you know, you lose that job. Doesn't necessarily mean that your kids won't go to college, that they will hate you forever, that you'll be living on the bridge, you know, or anything like that. If you kind of change the way you think, you know, which is your irrational ways, the way you're thinking, you might see and feel things more differently. Let's say, what happens if you, let's say if you go to work and, you know, you come up with an idea. What could you do at work that make something, you'll have something to look forward to? What could you you know, offer to them? Well,
I would love to feel appreciated. You know, while I'm at work, I'm really good at what I do. I'm just the thing that kicks my butt is the burden that I carry of, hey, you know what? I'm not happy here. I want to quit. I want to quit. My kid family would hate me. My kids won't go to college. So then I think to myself, I'm done. But what can my employer do?
What can they do?
Well, they can do a few things. Incentives, make me feel better by sending a nationwide email saying, hey, this guy is doing a great job. Employee of the month, store manager of the quarter. You know, it's not all money. You know, companies might think, you know, it's all about bonuses. I understand. I'm not going to get my bonus. It's fine. But you know, tickets to a ballpark for the employee of the month or something like that, something to feel appreciated, will go a long way.
Okay, so you know, if you get to work and you want to have a meeting with them and you say, hey, let's come up with, you know, something different to do. What if you guys have incentives for the workers, or you know, they get treated to go to a ballpark game or anything? How would you feel about that then?
I wouldn't. Not that I wouldn't mind. I would love to go back to work. You know, this is what I've done my entire life, so it's not like it's a huge ordeal. I've spent my entire adult life working here, so of course I wouldn't mind.
Okay, so so that would make you have something to look forward to at work. Would you still feel unhappy?
No, absolutely not, because I want to go back to work and you know, and then hey, look, then I'm taking care of all aspects. I'm taking care of my family. I'm taking care of myself, and all it is, I guess, is just speaking up and speaking my mind, I guess.
Yeah. So you know, I'm going to give you a little homework to do.
Okay.
One of your assignments would be to go to work, be brave about it, and tell them you have an idea about what can help out in the workplace and see where that goes from there.
That sounds great.
And report back to me, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if that happens and it actually comes true, you know, I would love to go back to work and not have an issue with that, you know. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.